you. Welcome to the third class for business restructuring. The very first class we have done one of the important questions repeatedly asked in exam, and that is about slum sale. Okay. Slum sale, one amendment is there I want to add for all of you. If you can open your material, last where we have done no slum sale and buyback of shares. So in slum sale, we all know sale consideration. Are you able to see my screen volume? Everything is clear? Yes. So in slum sale, we have seen that sale consideration minus the net worth, that will be your capital gain. Correct? One second. There's an amendment and I wanted to discuss that. But for that, where is slum sale? Please add over here, there is one amendment in the slum sale and it says that sale consideration, okay? Sale consideration minus the net worth. Sale consideration minus the net worth is your long-term capital gain. Now, net worth, I told you all, you have to take depreciable assets at the WDV and otherwise and all. Okay. Now, for sale consideration, you just don't have to take the actual sale consideration. You have to check the fair market value of asset given up. I want all of you to write here, please, on this page. Fair market value of the asset given up or fair market value of the asset received, whichever is higher. Whichever is higher. Is this clear to all of you? See, in slum sale, we are taking sale consideration minus net worth as the capital gain. But until now, sale consideration was the actual sale consideration. But how we are doing in section 50C, you remember? Stamp duty value or actual sale consideration, whichever is higher, wo sab. Waise hi here. What did they say? Instead of taking the actual sale consideration, take the fair market value of the asset which you have given up. Say I have given up plant and machinery, projector, computer, camera, my whole business I gave. So what's the fair market value of the assets what I have given up? Or the fair market value of assets I have received. I have sold you the whole business and I got shares from your company instead of cash. So whichever is higher, you have to take. There is some rule 11 for this. That detailed is not there in our syllabus. We don't want to do. All right, after this, yesterday I started with types of dividend. I think we better go by the notebook, and any doubts are there, ask. Otherwise, then we'll continue with today's class. It's just a revision of what we have done yesterday. Yeah. Yeah. This is yesterday's class. There are different kind of dividend: interim dividend, final dividend, annual dividend, deemed dividend. All the dividends are taxable in income from other sources, and there is no exemption for CDT, DDT and all that. Okay. Only deduction allowed on interest received is 20% of the dividend received. Till then you can deduct interest. Brokerage and no other expenses are allowed. Okay. Now, in case of company who is receiving the dividend and who is paying the dividend, only in case of company. When I say company, it includes Indian company, domestic company, foreign company, all. If they are receiving the dividend and they are paying the dividend under ATM, they can avail the deduction of whatever dividend they have received, net of the interest paid or dividend paid, whichever is lower. Are you all getting? So with this 17th, 18th, 19th problem we have done. Then I discussed what is deemed dividend. Deemed dividend, one line concept should be clear to all of you is whatever is the profit earned, out of that what is directly distributed to shareholder is dividend. Remaining is accumulated with the company in the form of accumulated profits, float back profits or reserves. Whenever this reserves are distributed to shareholder in any of the 5 modes we will discuss now, it's called as deemed dividend. Directly when I give the profit to shareholder, it's a dividend. I accumulate and then I give, okay, out of reserves, I have given asset to shareholder. Till the accumulated profit, till the reserves, whatever assets I gave to shareholder, this is dividend. Taxable in income from other sources. So all the deemed dividend, where it is taxable, income from other sources. So there are 5 ways in which you are giving dividend to the shareholders, and those 5 ways are discussed here. Yeah. First one is, out of the accumulated profits, any amount given or part of the assets given. Second is bonus you are giving to preference shareholders, or you are giving debentures, or on liquidation if you are giving. We have worked out yesterday the problem for liquidation, or any distribution by company to shareholders on account of reduction of the share capital, any payment to the extent of accumulated profits. Okay. Now last one is for closely held company, that is private company. Private company, when they give loan to shareholder, whatever loan they have given to shareholder, who is holding beneficial ownership of at least 10% voting power. Private company giving loan to shareholder, taxable in the hands of shareholder as deemed dividend till the extent of accumulated profits. But listen the shareholder. Okay, I'm saying listen the shareholder. Even if the shareholder repays the loan or shareholder pays interest, still this is taxable. Okay, right. Can we give the loan to HUF or firm where more than 20% beneficial ownership is of shareholders? Same. Or any payment to a third party where again the main beneficiary is the shareholder. Exception wherein private company giving loan to the shareholder is not taxable as deemed dividend. That is, if giving loan is like normal course of the business. It might be a chit fund or a finance company and giving loan to normal hai. Or if loan is in the form of trade advance, then in these two cases, it will not be taxable. Sometimes after giving loan to shareholder, it is taxable as deemed dividend. And then we say to shareholder, okay, we are giving dividend to all the other shareholders and this loan is adjusted against your dividend. Will it again become taxable? Answer is no. I hope my speed is fine. You all are following all this. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. These many problems we have done yesterday. Now, capital gain on distribution of the assets by company in case of liquidation to shareholder. This is a very beautiful concept covering up your deemed dividend from income from other sources and other everything in the capital gain. Ma'am, capital gain chapter we have done in Inter. Why we are doing it here? We are in business restructuring. Anyway, if you are doing changes in your business, what is the impact for the transfer of the assets? So when the company goes into liquidation, listen to the concept. Shareholders are surrendering back the shares to the company and their shares will cancel. Their rights in the company will get extinguished. Is it treated as transfer? Answer is yes. So for shareholder, capital gain will be there. Whether they sell to a third party in the market or they surrender back to the company. This is not buyback of shares. This is cancelling the shares in case of liquidation. So company saying, okay, we are closing the company, shareholders, give us all your shares back. And against this, we are giving you this asset or cash or whatever. It is taxable in the hands of shareholder. Coming to company, when company is closing and after paying off all the outsiders, loans, debenture holders, creditors, whatever assets are left, they transfer it to the shareholders because shareholders are the owners of company. Any transfer of asset from the company to the shareholder on liquidation, it is exempt under section 46. Is it a transfer? Yes. Company has transferred yesterday's problem, their agricultural land to the shareholder. Is it a transfer? Yes. But is it taxable? No. तो कंपनी को कोई टैक्स नहीं लगेगा, शेयर होल्डर को टैक्स लगेगा. Now, if the shareholder is paying the tax, then what will be the sale consideration? Company saying, shareholder, against your capital, take this much. Against your reserve, take this much. So shareholder has to bifurcate whatever has come from the company to the shareholder out of the reserves. That is taxable as deemed dividend. And remaining is your sale consideration. Acha, when I transferred the asset to shareholder, whatever is the fair market value, that's the sale consideration for shareholder. Now, when the shareholder sells it to a third party, this fair market value, will it become the cost for the shareholder? Answer is yes. Clear to all of you? So with this, let us recollect what problem we have solved. If you have any doubt, ask. Otherwise, then we will take up some more problems. I think I gave one problem as homework also. If you have done, we'll surely check it. Ye dekho. Agricultural land Meena got of 60 lakhs ka 1/6 because she had 1,000 shares out of 6,000. Cash she got, total assets. Now, out of the total assets received, whatever she has received against reserves, okay, that is taxable under income from other sources. And the sale consideration is 4 lakhs and routine capital gain. Followed or not? I am a shareholder. I have purchased the share in 1415. So sale consideration is 4 lakh, 1415, long-term capital gain, everything. Now I got the agricultural land for 10 lakhs. When I am selling it for 15 lakhs, fair market value 10 lakh, 5 lakh is short-term capital gain. What's the liability of company? It's all exempt. So this is all the revision of yesterday. Any doubt you have, ask. Otherwise, we'll continue. चलो पूछो. ये flowchart एक बार देखो ना खुद से. Just check it on your own. There is a lot of repetition required so that the speed comes in exam and you complete the paper in time. So I am giving flowchart also, notes also. Capital gain on transfer of asset. In the hands of company, transfer is exempt under section 46(1). In the hands of shareholders, till the extent of accumulated profit, it is taxable as deemed dividend income from other sources. You can write here section 2, clause 22, subclause C. And remaining whatever they receive out of that deemed dividend, you minus and keep in other source. And remaining will be the sale consideration. All clear to all of you? These pointers are clear. 20th problem is over. 21st problem we are doing now in class. Bolo. करें साथ में 21st problem. Did you all do it as homework? One problem I gave as homework. See, if you do the homework, you will get honestly that genuine wala confidence कि हाँ, we know it. Yes. Who wants to say the answer? How much is your capital gain on the shares? Check and say. Yes, then I want to check the answers, Krishna Mohan. Bolo na. See, even if it is done wrong, I'm telling you, those who have cleared the last exam, they would say, literally, I think one day I should call them. And earlier, students used to laugh, ye kya final mein aake homework and all this. What is it? Because generally, final, everything you do it in class and remaining thing you do it on your own. There's nothing like homework, but homework will give you genuine wala confidence. है ना? तो बोलो फिर. First problem, what is the capital gain? Yeah, very correct. Short-term capital gain is there. 40,000. Very good, correct. And then again, debentures are also sold. Yeah. Chalo. Arya has purchased 5,000 equity shares at the rate of 2 per share and from the company, and the company is going into liquidation. Balance sheet of the company is given. When did you buy the shares? April 21, and it's a private company. And June 22, it goes into liquidation. So holding period is less than 2 years. Unlisted shares, private company shares, holding period, if it exceeds 2 years, then it is long term. Otherwise, short term. Now, balance sheet is given to you. 50,000 equity shares, accumulated profits, and companies having 10,000 debentures. Okay, कोई और company के. On liquidation, assets were distributed to shareholders. Total how many equity shares are there? 5,000. Out of that, Arya is holding how much? 50 में से 5,000. That is 1/10. Okay. In the process, Arya gets 1,000 debentures. The market value is 3 lakh. And cash also she gets 50,000. 1/10. Are you all getting? He transfers the entire debentures. You know what's the difference in 20th problem we did yesterday and 21st problem? In the 21st problem, there is no provision for taxation and payment of tax and shortfall and all what we did yesterday. So it's a simple problem that when company is going, okay, they are asking you what is the tax consequence. So just don't do it for Arya. Do it for the company also. That in case of company, do they need to pay any tax? Because company is transferring its debentures and cash. It's asset to the shareholder on liquidation. So 21st problem, good. Those who have solved it is correct. Very good. Let us do 21st problem now. Those who have not done, do it with me. See, as a teacher, it's my duty to do, but I would be so happy when you say, ma'am, we all got the answer. You can move to the next problem. Hannah? It will be very nice. First, you should always start with taxability for company. Transfer of debentures. Transfer of debentures and cash. Transfer of the debentures and cash to shareholders on liquidation is exempt for company under section 46(1). Clear to all of you? Debentures or cash company transfer कर रही है to the shareholder on the liquidation. Bye, we are closing the company. Is it taxable for company? No. Now let us see the taxability for shareholder. तो shareholder के लिए taxability देखते हैं. Okay, right. Particulars and 2 columns. Computation of income of Arya. Yes, it's very easy and scoring. You can expect the same kind of questions for 8 marks. First of all, what did they give? 1/10 share of debentures. So 1,000 debentures at the rate of market value दिया है, and that is 3 lakh. Are you all comfortable writing with me? Cash is 5 lakh, उसमें से 50,000. तो ये क्या हो गया? 3,50,000. Nice, clear to all of you? 3,50,000. Done. Now, on liquidation, the assets are distributed to the shareholders, 350. But debentures and cash, total assets received. Out of that, something will come for accumulated profits because accumulated profits are there. The company is saying, shareholder, take this much for your capital, this much for accumulated profits. So what are the total accumulated profits? 30 lakh. divide by 1/10. Why 1/10? Because RAI is holding 1000 shares. Sorry, RAI is holding 5000 shares out of the 50,000. So 1/10. So 30 lakhs ka 1/10. That is coming to how much? 3 lakh. Can I say 3 lakh is treated as deemed dividend under section 222 C? Sorry. Now what you get is called as sale consideration. It's a super easy problem. I don't know why others could not do it. Sale consideration कितना होगा आपका? 50,000. If you really want to clear your exam, MAT and business restructuring, short question is there. Now sale consideration. Now take a pause and tell me, dear student, shall I take indexation? Answer is no. Another 2 days and I'll put one video in the YouTube for age of the capital asset and for the taxability that you all should know. If it is listed shares, above 1 year is only long term, otherwise short term. But if it is unlisted shares, 2 years. So here it is less than 2 years, so it is short term. So no indexation. So sale consideration is 50,000 and shares are acquired at what rate? 5,000 shares, first line of the problem, are purchased at the rate of 2 per share. That is 10,000. So short-term capital gain is 40,000. That's what some of you gave answer and very correct it is. Short-term capital gain 40,000. Next. और क्या करें साथ में, ये तो हो गया. Now he transfers the entire debentures. Now debentures are also sold on 10th of February 2023 for 3,20,000. Now whatever is the value of debentures he has received, that will be the cost. Yes, fair market value. Here it is the sale consideration, but that same will become now the cost. Cost of debentures is nothing but the fair market value, what I have received, and that is 3 lakh. So how much it is? 20,000. So this is the capital gain. 20,000 is what, dear student? Short-term capital gain. Again, you got the debentures and within 1 month you have sold it. So short-term capital gain. And now in income from other sources, deemed dividend. Deemed dividend is 3 lakh. Out of reserves, any amount given to shareholder in cash or in shares or in debentures or in agriculture, koi bhi form mein diya, accumulated profit are coming to shareholders, no? Assume deemed dividend under section 222 clause C. So now you get the gross total income, that is 3,60,000. Just 1 second, I'll be back. Check the whole problem and whatever is your doubt, ask. It's for 8 marks. Yes. Give some response. Is it very easy or not? Yesterday we did indexation because it was long term. Today it is short term, so we have not done the indexation. Easy? Any doubt, anyone in the class? Pucho. Let's go to the next sum. 22nd problem, what is the answer? Yes. Very good, very good. At least you all are sharing the answer. Long-term capital gain is coming and short-term capital gain is 5 lakh. Good. Very good. Very good. And you all should write the duration also. I know when I'm teaching, last batch also, Usha Shri, she is already a qualified like CMA now and earlier LLB. So many seniors, you all have been working at big posts, so look silly, but please follow the time also. Huh? So when you have done homework, it is so much appreciated. But if you try to do the homework with a stopwatch, that will give you a super duper confidence for exam. Okay, ma'am, I completed this problem in 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 8 minutes, 6 minutes. I've seen students giving me this feedback that, ma'am, when we started writing duration, our speed increased. Huh? So nice, appreciated, Krishna. You all have done the homework. Next time, make sure you write the duration also. If it is the correct duration, that genuine wala confidence, ke, okay, 8 marks problem I have completed in 7 to 8 minutes, or I did it wrong, then I did a correction. I took 15 to 16 minutes, whatever it is. Okay? Chalo. Raghav purchased 10,000 equity shares of ABC in June 2006 and the company went into liquidation. Following is the summarized financial position of the company as on July 22. Okay. Liabilities are given, assets are given, reserves are there, liability for income tax is also there. Assets remaining after discharging the liability for income tax are given to shareholders proportionately. So how many shares are there? Total 60,000. राघव के पास कितने हैं? 10,000. तो 1/6 शेयर वो लेके जाएगा. And how much out of cash first you have to pay the liability? Full liability. It's not that we have made a provision of 8 lakh and actual liability is 9, like the 20th problem. The market value of the agricultural land is 60 lakhs. So obviously you will transfer at 60 lakhs to the shareholder. Shareholder will pay the capital gain at 60 lakhs. And when the shareholder is selling that, they will again take the fair market value as the cost. The agricultural land is again sold by Raghav at 15 lakhs. Discuss the tax implication for the company and Raghav. Okay. So 2 out of 2 marks, very quick. I think now this 20-second problem, those who have not done also, should not wait कि मैं करूँ और आप copy करें. साथ में करेंगे? Sure. Smart work now. Always write the taxability of company same because it's a repeated dialogue. So let us do it. First point. Taxability of company. Transfer of assets by ABC Private Limited to shareholder on liquidation is exempt under section, क्या बताया था आपको? 46(1). 46(1) में transfer of assets by the company to the shareholders on the liquidation is all exempt. ठीक है? Now, taxability for Raghav. Okay, let us check what he got from the company. First, he got agricultural land. Agricultural land ka fair market value is 60 lakhs and he will get 1/6 share. That is 10 lakhs. है ना? Agricultural land. Then cash. Cash is 32 lakhs 22,212 minus 822,212. तो कितना आ रहा है? 32 lakhs 22,212 minus 8 lakh 22,212. So this is coming to 24 lakh cash और उसका 1/6. 24 lakh cash का 1/6. 4 lakh he is receiving. So what is the total assets received by the shareholder from the company? 14 lakh. Okay. Out of that, whatever is received related to accumulated profits, that is like deemed dividend. How much are the reserves? 40 lakhs into 1/6. Correct? Reserves are 40 lakhs divided by 1/6. 6,66,667. Now what you get is called as the sale consideration for shares. Okay, company gave total 14 lakh against shares also, against reserves also. So reserves will go to income from other sources. Correct है ना? तो कितना आ रहा है आपका? 14 lakh minus 6,666. कितने 6 हैं? और एक 6 and 7. 7,33,333 is the sale consideration. Now, what is the cost of the shares? Cost of the shares is given in the first line. 10,000 equity shares they have acquired at 120. Okay, in 2006 and 7. अच्छा है, clear है? So 6 and 7 they have acquired and now they have sold. So obviously it's a long-term capital gain. Can we take the index rates? It is sold in 22-23. 6 and 7 the index rates are 122 and now it is 331. 122 has become 331. 1,20,000 is how much? Some of you may have learned formulas for the indexation. It's very easy. If you want, write down. Index cost of acquisition के नीचे 2 line छोड़ दो. Whatever was available in 122 rupees in 2006 and 7, because of the महंगाई, inflation, it is available for 331. So 120 into 331 divided by 122. How much is it coming? Check. 1,20,000 into 331 divided by 122. 3,25,574. And this time it is long-term capital. See, shareholders' hand, it will be taxable because their right is getting extinguished. Anyone is having any doubt? Ask. What's so special today? Kasif, Kusuma, so many of them are not there. If you attend live, the benefit is you can get your doubts cleared. Use the chat box, and even if recording is going on, if you have any doubt, ask. Is the concept clear to all of you? Very good, Krishna. Both your answers are correct. Very good. Agricultural land we have transferred to the shareholder. Cash we have given. Total assets we have given. Out of that, whatever we have given related to, see, I said company is closing, shares ke against ye le lo, reserves ke against. So whatever I'm giving against reserves, this is not a sale consideration. This is deemed dividend. Because ultimately reserves are nothing but profits. Whenever the shareholders get profits from the company, out of reserves and all, it is treated as deemed dividend, taxable under income from other sources. Cost of the shares is given and long-term capital gain. Clear to all of you? Put me some message, AC, 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 all clear or not? The problem is not yet over. 1-2 minute इसको पहले और पढ़ते हैं. See, we got from company, what have we got in this problem? Indexation, and that part is clear, I hope. What did we get from the company? The land. Again, last line. This agricultural land is received only in July 22 and it is sold again in February 23. Ma'am, you said agricultural land is exempt in India, है ना? Section 10(1) कोई tax नहीं लगता agricultural income पे. But if it is rural agricultural land, here they said in the problem it is urban agricultural land, and again February 23 it is sold for 15 lakhs. Are you all reading the question? Ye dekho. February 23 it is again sold for 15 lakhs. Okay. So now how this is going to be taxable? Sale consideration of agricultural land. Which agricultural land we are talking? Can we write long-term capital gain outside? Yes. Sale consideration of agricultural land is nothing but given in the problem, that is 15 lakhs. Less cost of acquisition will be the FMV. I have received it for 10 lakhs and I have sold it for 15 lakhs. 15 lakhs में बेच दिया. 5 lakh is what? Short-term capital gain. And an income from other sources, deemed dividend. Whatever is coming to shareholder from the company out of the accumulated profits is treated as deemed dividend under section 222. I have taught you 5 clauses. This is the 3rd clause because the amount is coming on liquidation. तो कितना आ रहा है आपको? 666,667. Now what you get is called as your gross total income. If this much is clear, I want to add one bit on my own. You all want to become CMA, I want to become author of a book. So कोई भी problem में twist turn करके आना चाहिए. What is the total? Do the total faster than me and tell me what is the total gross total income. How much you all are getting? 15,74,426. Done? That is the gross total income. Easy? Now this shareholder has received dividend. Will they get ATM's deduction? That's what my next question is. ATM का deduction कल पढ़ाया था, आज apply करके instant answer. Who is giving the answer first? Is this shareholder eligible to get ATM deduction? ATM deduction you don't study in inter. It's in final. Now you have studied. Yes or no? I've revised yesterday's class in the beginning. Tell me fast. Dividend is received, no? Okay, hint is on all the dividend ATM deduction can be claimed. Interim dividend, final dividend. ATM is like dividend received or dividend paid, whichever is lower, you can deduct. Why no? And if yes, why yes? Why no? No ATM will be given. Why? Always do one step extra. You can ask me any doubt. Any other material, scanners, past exam you come across, ma'am, similar question can we take in class? Sure, we'll take. Why no? You can unmute and speak up if chatting or typing is not okay for you. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. And you know, when I'm asking you all, I'm not testing your knowledge, dear students. You all have come to learn here and gain knowledge from me. Of course, it's two-way sharing. You all are working in corporates, so आपके पास भी काफी कुछ है share करने के लिए. When I'm asking you, it is, you know, when a teacher is asking repeatedly, the students start thinking deep. That's the only intention. Yes. ATM deduction is not available to Raghav because he is an individual. ATM deduction is available only to companies. And the purpose kya hai? Companies themselves are receiving dividend from mutual fund, from foreign company, from Indian company, from this company. मुझे ना इतने सारे 5-6 dividend आ गए. And I am a company. I am also giving dividend to shareholders. So don't you think like same dividend I am receiving? And we have seen business trust and all. So SPV gives dividend to business trust gives dividend to the shareholders. So ultimately, when it is taxable, then if like this, I receive the dividend and I'm paying dividend under section ATM, deduction is given only to companies, whatever dividend they have received or whatever dividend they have paid, least is deductible. एक बार वापस से check करो आपका material. And what I'm saying is covered up here. I hope this flowchart, everything is clear. See, deemed dividend was a separate topic, but why I have taken it with liquidation, straight impact, no? ये देखो, ये पढ़ो. ATM is there on screen. Just read it and tell me if it is clear or not for all of you. Gross total income of the company includes dividend from the company on foreign company, aggregate dividend income received or dividend distributed, whichever is lower is allowed to be deducted. But dividend distributed before due date of filing the return, which might be October, but 1 month before means tax audit report. And that's over till September. Clear? Right. So that's all for this concept. 3 concepts we have covered in this chapter until now. One is slump sale. Another is deemed dividend. And this liquidation. Okay. Now we are like in business restructuring. So one by one, we will take all the concepts of restructuring. To start with, the first one I want to take up right now is amalgamation. If there is merging of the two companies, what will be the transfer value of assets? What will be the capital gain? And what about my losses? Will they be allowed to be carried forward? Holding period कहाँ से count होगा? Indexation कहाँ से count होगा? Like that, lot of debates are there. So let us check it up. Amalgamation concept. ये देखो, it is there in your material right from the beginning. Go to the beginning of this chapter. Amalgamation, demerger, conversion of the private company into LLP. So in all these cases, what is the impact? I think once if you do in detail, like आज amalgamation detail में करेंगे, तो demerger and other things we'll do faster because so many concepts are same. And then I'll give you one combined table also. Okay, before I go on to the next part, one thing I want to say, this part I want to take up first. This is a very simple thing, but I don't know, 2-3 times I have seen in MCQs. Write down. आप स्कैनर उठा के देख लो, MCQs में ये क्वेश्चन आते हैं. Not such big, out of this any one of the example. Now what is this? पहले concept सुनो. You all know in income tax we charge depreciation under section what? 32. And by which method? WDV method. Okay. Now when there is amalgamation, merging of two companies or absorption, one company taken over by another company, or demerger, there is any kind of business restructuring, how the depreciation will be allowed. If there is a new asset used for more than 180 days, full year's depreciation, otherwise half years, that we all know. So simple logic, it is saying that if there is amalgamation of A company with the B company on 31st of December 22, then April to December the depreciation will be allowed for A company. After that A के पूरे assets B के हो गए. For the remaining 3 months it is B company. Simple. Clear to all of you? So proportionately depreciation is allowed, and this time it is like day wise. That's why I've given this problem for practice. ये पढ़ो एक बार. Wherein any previous or any block of asset is transferred by amalgamating company to the amalgamated company, वो भी Indian company होना चाहिए. Now what is ting and ted and all, I'll tell you एक diagram draw करके. Then actual cost of the block of asset in case of amalgamated company shall be WDV of the block of asset, as in the case of amalgamating company for immediately preceding year, as reduced by amount of depreciation actually allowed. Allocation of depreciation is allowable to both the companies, and it should not exceed in any previous year deductions calculated at prescribed rate, as if amalgamation has not taken place, and such deduction shall be apportioned between the amalgamating company and amalgamated company. Especially I have given this as bold, in the ratio of number of days for which asset is used. This problem is a spoon feeding. They have given rate of depreciation, but many times in exam they might not give you the rate of the depreciation. So in the ratio of number of days of asset, where asset is used here or where asset is used there, it is charged. Okay, right. So for this we will take up, and this is the same concept in all. Amalgamation, absorption, demerger, हर जगह same है. So for this I have taken one problem from the scanner only. 3 marks they gave this problem. Sun Limited was amalgamated with Moon Limited on 15th of September. The details of depreciable asset is given. So 15 से ये asset किसका हो गया? Moon का. Because Sun is amalgamated with Moon. Compute the depreciation under section 32 to Sun Limited and Moon Limited. After that, both the companies have amalgamated. Amalgamated ka layman's name is merger. Okay, right. Now asset is given, rate of depreciation they have given. You should know, dear students. Building it is 10%, plant and machinery 15%, furniture 10%, electronics and vehicles all 15%, computer it is 40%. ऐसे थोड़े basic rate you should know. WDV is given. Okay, this is 15 September na, make it 22. 1st April 22. And value of the asset which is transferred to the Moon Limited. So WDV itna hai, and market value on the day it is transferred. Market value of this asset is of no use. Depreciation is always charged on the WDV. That's जो भी book में WDV है as per income tax and proportionate days till 14 September. So first, can we calculate the days? How we will calculate the days? April ke 30, May ke 31, like that. In fact, it's a small problem, but एक बार के लिए ही we will do it in notebook. Can you all respond? Are you all following? Is my speed fine? Are you all able to write with me? Write down. Concept. All right. Thank you for the feedback. सब लोग लिखो. चलो. Concept of proportionate depreciation in case of amalgamation, merger, absorption. There's a difference in merger and absorption, I'll tell you. But in all the cases, this concept is same. Demerger. Demerger. One more term you all write down, conversion. You know, in exam, they can give you a private company is converted now into LLP. When did you convert the private company into LLP? say 15 September. So till 14 September depreciation यहाँ रहने दो, बाकी वहाँ ले लो. And I hope you all know how to make the block. If they ask you to make the block, this is inter revision but very much necessary. If you want, write it as fast as I am writing. Opening balance or opening WDV of the block, add purchases more than 180 days, 100% depreciation, less than or up to 180 days, 50% depreciation. There is no day-wise depreciation in routine. Then ma'am, why you are charging day-wise? Because there's a change in organization. Now what balance you get? Minus the sales value. Again you get the balance. You are charging depreciation and then the closing WD. So take a pause and look at the screen, dear students. If you are charging depreciation on the balance, means on sales value there is no depreciation. Ma'am, even if I have sold the asset on 20th February 2023, I used it for 11 months. Still no depreciation. Clear to all of you? I want you to write this format. God knows where they can ask you to use this in business head problem or math problem or here. This is like something very basic. 2 minutes it will take. Write in your running notes and you should know. Chalo. Now let us start solving this problem. Finish writing this? Yes. I know it's like very simple what we are doing, but ye acha hai. And then we'll take up amalgamation for today. Assets. Rate of depreciation which you need to copy. Depreciation for moon. नहीं, पहले कौन सा है? Sun. It got amalgamated with moon. So next will be the depreciation for moon. What is the first asset? Building. कितना rate of depreciation है? 10%. अच्छा, 10% I should take on which value? Look at the question and answer. Silly mistake कैसी होती है? देखो, कोई भी वंडरला के स्लाइड में नहीं गिरना. अभी तो I have clearly scratched, so you all know. Don't take the depreciation on the FM. We take always the depreciation on the WDV. Ma'am, I did whole problem correct, but by mistake I took wrong values. Sorry, you'll not get any marks. Chal. How much it is? Building 10%. So it is of 15 lakhs into 10%. 1,50,000. How much will you charge for sun and moon? उसके लिए ना एक वर्किंग करना है, ऊपर नीचे कहीं पे भी लिख लो. Till 15 September में ट्रांसफर हुआ, तो till 14 September 2022 it is for sun. Are you all with me? 15 September onwards it is taken over by moon. So 14 September, April, May, June, July, August and September. See how many days? You can do it in calculator in exam. I am writing to show you. Sometimes, you know, we miss on the basics only. April, May, June, July, August, September. 167 days for sun. And total 365 days are there. So 198 days for moon. ठीक है? So 1,50,000 into 167 by 365. How much you are getting? Array, only one asset will be asked in MCQ. I am doing it as a problem for practice. How much will be the depreciation for sun? 68,630. for moon. Correct है? चलो बाकी दोनों का आप निकालो. I'm here only. And tell me the total of the depreciation. I just want you to tell me the total. Building you take out, plant and machinery you bifurcate, furniture you bifurcate, and then you tell me what's the total depreciation for sun and moon. And then we will do the next concept. Today we'll complete the class earlier, so I'm not giving any break. I'm here only. Ask me any doubts if you have. Just please calculate once. Answer. How much is the total depreciation? Finished calculating? Yes. I know this is like drilling we are doing, ma'am. Itna easy hai ye, but you should do. Done, done, done. 1 rupee difference here and there. Okay, that is rounding of difference. Very good, very good. For everyone, you all got the answer same. 297, 397. 1 rupee difference is coming, Amir. I don't know. Okay, no problem. That is rounding of difference here and there. They'll not deduct your marks for that. Yes. And did you all follow also? See, 2 marks are so important. I got 95 in accounts in inter and exemption in tax and costing also. But in final, I failed at 196 aggregate group 1. That time, literally, I felt that wow, why I could not get 4 more marks. And 6 months, my result was delayed. Just aggregate 196. Least marks I got was in law group 1. But of course, I passed in law. But aggregate is gone, no? Even if you get marks in 40, 45, I hope all of you know. So, छोटा बड़ा कुछ नहीं है, सब पढ़ना है. Chalo. Now, no, we will take up one bit amalgamation. We will take up demerger because related to that, frankly speaking, weightage wise, what problems we have done for slum sale and liquidation, more chances of getting. But of course, what I'm doing are also asked, and if they're asked, they're like super easy. Just you have to remember कि कहाँ से index मिलेगा, क्या condition satisfy करना है and all. Okay, right? So for this, let us take up this concept. Okay, look at the screen now. I want to explain it with an example. Star Limited and Moon Limited are getting amalgamated to form a new company, Star Moon Limited. Are you getting? Is this perfect example for merger? Acha, when I'm teaching this, dear students, can I assume you all know the accounting part? Accounts पे already आप सबको मालूम होगा ना, amalgamation, close the books of transferor company, write the opening entries in the books of transferee company, वो सब तो मालूम होगा. So Star Limited, Moon Limited. Star Moon Limited. Okay, right. Acha, this is the case of merger or amalgamation. What is the case of absorption? Star Limited existing company is completely taken over by Moon Limited existing company. Then this is called as absorption. Star Limited is taken over by Moon Limited. Absorption. ठीक है? Now, what is it? Okay. Now they say when Star and Moon are merging, are all the assets and liabilities transferred? First condition. Two conditions. I'm writing two conditions. If you want, you can write running notes with me. This will clarify your mindset and you will do nice in exam. Limited notes I'm giving. All assets and liabilities should be transferred. You know, like we have amalgamation in the nature of merger and purchase. So merger, पूरे assets, we will take this asset, we will not take liabilities, ऐसा सब नहीं चलेगा. ठीक है? So all the assets and liabilities are transferred. Second is 75% of shareholders should agree for the transfer. Are you all getting? Star Limited should do meeting with shareholders. Shareholders, now you have to surrender the share of Star and you will get for the same value the shares of Star and Moon. So 75% of shareholders should agree for the transfer. Ma'am, what about those who don't agree? Those who don't agree take relevant cash and bye-bye. But 75% minimum should agree. And now, what is amalgamating company? Huh? Amalgamating companies transferer. ये students को नहीं मालूम है. That's why I'm doing this spoon feeding और ये लिखो. ये मालूम होना चाहिए. Amalgamating company means the transferer company. Transferer company जिसका नाम है Star Limited या Moon Limited. दोनों. These are transferer company amalgamating. They are merging in ing ऐसे याद रखो. Amalgamated company, that is transferee company. Transferee company. Okay. Now, what is this transferee company? The one new company which is formed, that is called amalgamated company. Okay. So all the assets and liabilities should be transferred. 75% should agree. And yeah, very important is, हाँ ये तो basic condition amalgamation की. Transferee company should be Indian company. Please write down. Transferee company should be Indian company. If all these conditions are satisfied, then first point, taxability impact. Are you all with me? हम ना taxability, income tax, ma'am, whenever capital asset is transferred, is it merger or tomorrow I will teach you demerger? कुछ भी है, splitting रहने दो, कुछ भी करो, asset is तो transferred ना. Star का asset has become now Star Moon का asset. So will there be capital gain? Yes, but it is exempt. So now taxability impact. All transfer by Star or Moon to Star Moon Limited is exempt from tax. Are you all with me? All the transfer of assets, like you remember in section 46, holding to subsidiary, subsidiary to holding, in amalgamation, all the assets which are transferred by Star or by Moon to Star and Moon, they are exempt from tax. Means the transferor company doesn't have to pay any tax provided they satisfy these conditions. But transferee company should be an Indian company. If transferee company is not an Indian company, it will become all taxable. Okay. Now, do you agree that the shareholder of Star or Moon will get new shares for the same value, of Star Moon Limited? नई कंपनी के शेयर्स मिलेंगे. They will get the shares. Now I am the shareholder of Star Limited from 2014. But this got amalgamated in 16, and then if I transfer the share, will I have to pay the capital gain? Yes. अब इसके लिए एक example देखो. I had 1000 shares of Star Limited. Purchase. Are you all writing? Can you give me a message? Are you all clear and are you all writing? It will take little effort now, but mindset will be very clear. स्टार ट्रांसफरर कंपनी के लिए तो कोई टैक्स नहीं है. अब शेयर होल्डर के लिए कैसे टैक्स होगा? लेट अस सी. शेयर होल्डर्स ऑफ स्टार एंड मून. yes, thank you. Shareholders of Star or Moon will get new shares for the same value. So I have 1000 shares of Star Limited purchased in 2014 and 15. Okay. Now this amalgamation, I got 1500 shares of Star Moon Limited. होता है ना? For the 2 share, 3 share, they give the ratios in exam. So for 1000 shares, we got 1500 shares, same value of the new Star Moon Limited. Is it taxable? No, this is exempt. Are you all with me? Shareholder के लिए भी, shareholder has transferred back the shares of Star and shareholder has got the new share of Star and Moon. This transfer is exempt. Now the same shareholder transfers shares of Sun Moon Limited. नए कंपनी के भी शेयर. अच्छा, when did you purchase the share? 14 and 15. Let us say amalgamation is 18 and 19. Amalgamation is 18 and 19. Are you all with me? Clear? Huh? तो अब अमलगमेशन तो हो गया 18 and 19 में. 1 second. Now we have sold the shares in 22 and 23. Now the first impact, A bit I am writing. Cost of shares of SM Limited is equal to cost of shares of Star Limited. Are you all following? What will be my cost of shares of the SM Limited? Cost of the shares of Star Limited. ठीक है? Second, holding period. Holding period will start. Holding period will start. My holding period will start from where? 1415 or 1819? 1415. Cost of the shares, old you have to take. Holding period, old you have to take. But here there is a change. Now here 2-3 books are giving different things. We will go as per our institute's material. And it says indexation benefit. Some books are saying even indexation benefit you can take from 14 and 15. But actually it's not right. You remember in capital gain we do one concept called as conversion of debentures into shares, not a transfer. When that shares are sold, what's the cost of shares? Cost of debentures. Holding period from the debentures. Indexation will start from the day you get shares because shares are born on that day. So indexation benefit will start from 2018 and 19. Indexation cannot start before 18 and 19 because 18-19 के पहले SM Limited के shares were not born. Some books are saying even indexation from the old, which I don't think it is right. I'm giving you very nice gist notes. One suggestion, this is I have told in the last batch also, whenever I give this concept notes, can you write with a different pen? And when we solve the problem, use a different pen. So one day before the exam, just scroll our notebook and in the flow chart, business trust, we have made a flow chart. Mat may add and less, we have made a flow chart. This we have made a flow chart, like diagram type, everything will be clear just by giving one reading. So for revision, this will be very helpful if you can use 2 colored pens. Chalo. So first, second, third point is clear. Cost of shares of SM Limited will be the cost of the shares of Star Limited. Holding period will start from 1415, but indexation will start from 1819. Some books are saying indexation will start from 1415. Going by our material, I am taking it as 18 and 19. And logically, that is correct. Now, can you calculate the routine capital gain for the shareholder who has sold the shares of SM Limited? Okay. Now, one thing I should have written it as second point, but अब ये देखो fourth point लिखो यहाँ पे. All the business losses of Star Limited and Moon Limited will be carried forward by SM Limited, Star Moon Limited, for fresh 8 years. Isn't it superb? When two companies are merging, suppose Star Limited is having business loss and already 3 years are over. You remember? Business losses can be carried forward for 8 years. So it's not remaining 5 years. It's fresh 8 years we can carry forward the business losses. Okay? And unabsorbed depreciation, that you all know, can be carried forward for indefinite period. Chalo. If you are clear with this, very quickly we'll solve one problem and we'll close the class. because if I start demerger, it's a huge topic and two things will be confusing. You read and come all the notes for amalgamation tomorrow. But one problem I'm solving right now, but before that, pehle kuch doubt hai to पूछो. You know, out of the way, one thing, dear students, many students are thinking, why do you need a coaching in final? We will manage self study and YouTube is super good to clear your concepts. YouTube is super duper good to do the revisions. I will also put all the revision videos in YouTube, but when it is step by step systematic learning, for once you need the coaching. And if you believe my way of coaching is good, if you are following, do explain this please to students around you who should not waste their 6 months. Literally, when they come afterwards, ma'am, last batch only I thought of joining. I thought I will manage on my own. Just don't say yes, yes. If you don't agree, you can conflict with me. This is my view. But I feel bad when I see them array. The little bit of systematic coaching is required to clear your final exam. Just by watching all YouTube videos, you cannot pass. And here we are doing that. Once we complete the major chapters of this, I will start first with international taxation. 3 topics and 30 to 40 marks. That is your transfer pricing, your DTA, AA, and one more, non-recitative. हाँ? तो ये बहुत जरूरी है आपके लिए भी. And if you feel, do please send them 1 or 2 links and ask them to join coaching, clear your exam and move forward. Okay? Chalo. Once again, I want to revise. All the assets and liabilities are taken over. 75% of shareholders agree. And then the transferee company is an Indian company. Ma'am, what if the transferee company is not an Indian company? Then this is not exempt. Then you don't get all this ABC benefit and all. Cost भी यहाँ से शुरू होगा, index भी यहाँ से शुरू होगा, सब यहाँ से शुरू होगा. ये तो because it's a nice amalgamation as per the proper scheme. Then I was the shareholder of Star Limited for 1,000 shares. Now I am holding the shares of Star and Moon Limited. Okay. And amalgamation happened in 1890. You know, when my shares got cancelled in Star and I got shares in SM Limited, do I need to pay any tax? No. It's exempt for company as well as it's exempt for shareholders. But when the shareholder is selling the shares, cost of the previous owner, like 1415. Holding period from 1415, but indexation benefit from 1890. And these business losses can be carried forward for fresh 8 years. Okay? Right. So with this, I'll go reverse today. I don't know if you are observing so much of notes I have given in the printed format, which I don't want to read anything right now. हम पढ़ेंगे थोड़ा बाद में. Right now, directly to problem number 2. Problem number 2 साथ में करते हैं. Ram Limited is a domestic company having 5,000 equity shares and it is engaged in manufacturing, and they decided to amalgamate with Shyam Limited, and it's an Indian company. Okay. Transferee company, amalgamated company is Indian company. Transferor company is amalgamating company. Got it? The total consideration for transfer of assets is 975. Consideration is satisfied by issue of 3 equity shares of Shyam for every 2 head. Those who have got 2 shares of Ram will get 3 shares of Shyam. Language is clear. One Mr. Ghanshyam has held 700 equity shares. 2 के बदले 3 मिल रहे हैं. तो 700 के बदले कितने मिलेंगे? Do it in your calculator. 700 into 3 divided by 2. 1050 share. 10. For 2 shares of Ram, you are getting 3 shares. So for 700 shares, how much? 1050 share. One Mr. Ghanshyam is holding the shares from 1415. Ghanshyam received 105. Now this they have given. Otherwise you can calculate also. Okay, how do you get 1050? Consequent to amalgamation, and he sold all the shares for Shyam Limited for 600 in March 2023. Okay, right. कंसिक्वेंट टू अमलगमेशन ना, इसको डेट चेंज करो, जनवरी 18। सेम ईयर में अमलगमेशन में नहीं समझ में आएगा, इसको पुराना कर दो, 18 में हो गया। एंड ये सोल्ड द शेयर्स ऑफ श्याम लिमिटेड ऑल्सो। किसने? घनश्याम ने क्या किया? नए कंपनी के शेयर्स भी सेल कर दिया। नाउ आंसर वन बाय वन, A B C D E F. This is again 8 marks question, and beautiful marks is like 2 mark, 1 mark, 2 mark. How scoring I can tell you the paper is going to be. I agree that the portion of direct taxation is vast, but the paper is easy and you have stepwise marks. So take that benefit. Does the transaction of amalgamation attract any income tax liability in the hands of Ram Limited and Shyam Limited? Answer is no. राम लिमिटेड ने पूरे असेट्स ट्रांसफर किए, तो राम को या श्याम को कोई टैक्स भरना पड़ेगा? नो. स्टेट द कंडीशंस व्हिच आर टू बी satisfied. All assets and liabilities, shareholders should agree. Shyam Limited, the new company, should be an Indian company. I'm discussing orally, I'll do. Compute the capital gain that would arise in hands of Ghanshyam on the receipt of shares. Nothing. अरे घनश्याम एक शेयर होल्डर है जिसको राम के बदले श्याम के शेयर्स मिले. That time he has to pay any capital gain? No, nothing. Compute the capital gain which would arise to Ghanshyam on sales of shares of Shyam Limited. Yes, this has to be. Will the sale of shares by Ghanshyam affect the tax benefit? Will the sale of shares of Ghanshyam affect the tax benefit available to Ram and Shyam? No. If a shareholder is selling the shares, what will be the impact to the company? Nothing, no impact. Suggest any investment plan. That we can say. Ghanshyam, you have sold the shares and capital gain aa raha hai, so you can put the money in 54EE, if you remember. Specified units and all, if you buy within 6 months, or 54F, sell anything and buy the house, you get capital gain exemptions. I'll just put one video on all the exemptions. Watch it once so that like this, if they ask, it should be clear. Okay, so here we begin. See, I didn't read anything from my printed material. I've given you all running notes and now I'm solving the question. I hope that way it is clear. चलो साथ में करते हैं. Problem number 2 we are doing. Problem number 1 is over. In that A bit, does the transaction of amalgamation attract income tax liability for Ram and Shyam? No. Due to amalgamation, no tax liability arises. Due to amalgamation, no tax liability arises for Shyam or Ram. राम लिमिटेड और श्याम लिमिटेड को कुछ भी पे करने की जरूरत नहीं. State the conditions which are to be satisfied under the act for a amalgamation. Shall we write the conditions, because anyhow you have to write in exams. Conditions to be satisfied for amalgamation to be exempt. Means transfer of all the assets due to amalgamation will be exempt. First one. All assets. Write down very fast. All assets and liabilities should be transferred. All assets and liabilities should be transferred. Second one. 75% of shareholders should agree for the scheme. Third one. Transferee company, that is Shyam Limited, should be Indian company. जो नई company form हुई है, it should be Indian company. So these are the conditions. Finish writing or I should wait and allow you to write from screen? My writing is not that good. You can copy. You listen and write as if I'm dictating in the live class. Done? Done. Chalo, C-bit. What is C-bit? Read the question. Compute the capital gain that would arise in the hands of Ghanshyam on the receipt of shares of Shyam Limited. Nothing. No tax liability. In hands of shareholder in case of amalgamation. In case of amalgamation, I'm like surrendering the shares of Ram Limited, getting the shares of Shyam Limited. Do I need to pay any tax? No. Debit. Compute the capital gain. Computation of income of Mr. Ghanshyam when he is selling the shares. Okay. Sale of shares of Shyam Limited. नई कंपनी के शेयर्स 1050 मिले ना. That ratio is clear to all of you. If you want, you can write it here also. 2:3 ratio. So 700 is to question mark. 1050 shares he's selling for 600. 6,30,000 less index cost of acquisition. What will be the cost of acquisition? Cost of Ram Limited. Ram Limited के shares कितने थे? वही हमारा cost होगा. First line of the problem. 5,000 shares of Ram Limited for a consideration of 9 lakh. $75,000. The total consideration for transfer of the asset is 9,75,000. It is satisfied by 2 shares. Now I'm just seeing at what cost he has purchased the shares. Ghanshyam held 700 equity which were acquired in 14 and 15 for 2 lakhs. Okay. 2 lakhs में खरीदे थे 14 and 15. But indexation कहाँ से मिलेगा? 2000 January 18. So 1718. I want all of you to put a star mark here. Is this clear to you? Some books are saying no, indexation also from 14 and 15. But actually indexation should be from 1718. And we have transferred the shares in 20 to 23. So this is 331 and 1718 का index देख लेते हैं कितना है. 272. 272 has become 331. So 2 lakh will become how much? 2 lakh into 331 divided by 272. $243, $382. This is the index cost of acquisition and long-term capital. $386.61. Sale consideration minus the take a pause. Is it clear? Cost of the shares of Shyam Limited is cost for Ram. Holding period from 14-15 but indexation from 17 and 18. अच्छा है, clear है. This is how you calculate capital gain debit. Now EBIT. Will sale of shares by Ghanshyam affect tax benefit availed by Ram and Shyam? No. No tax effect for Ram and Shyam Limited due to transfer of shares by Ghanshyam. घनश्याम ने शेयर ट्रांसफर किए, उसमें कंपनी को कोई इंपैक्ट नहीं होगा. लास्ट, सजेस्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट प्लान टू घनश्याम. Gansham, you have got huge capital gain, huh? So suggested investment plan for exemption. You know, under section 54 we get various exemptions. Ghar bech ke ghar lo, ye bech ke, you must have studied in inter. So now these kind of exemptions, what is applicable here? Number one, it is under section 54 EE, purchase specified units of mutual fund within 6 months from date of transfer. In-depth knowledge you should have. They can give you कि units खरीदे पर 6 महीने में नहीं खरीदे transfer में, you will not get. Some students have a loose idea, ma'am, anything we can buy till the due date of filing the return. No, please. If you have transferred the property in August 22, August 22 say 6 months. Like this.